cashed the 9.5x from last night, guys. This was almost sweat free except for this Munoz pick here. 52.5 pass attempted. Lerma got subbed off as I said he would. And his Paqueta and Vinicius Jr. stack was super easy on that under. So cash the 9.5x. Beautiful to see. I know it's a late video, but I've been busy in the morning. And last night was absolutely insane. The amount of green I saw last night doesn't even make sense. We did cash a 10x in the Discord, as you see with this slip right here. But it could have easily been like a 50-60 unit day. This was the 10x. Look at this. Hook on bow here for a 5 out of 6. Remember, 5 out of 6 pays 2x. 6 out of 6 pays 25x. So that's one hook there. This is a second 5 out of 6 here with Vlad and a third 5 out of 6 with Rakia Jackson. This one was a terrible bad beat. There was a 1 minute and a half left in the fourth quarter. They called a timeout. They were down 20 points. You might expect her to get subbed off. No, she didn't get subbed off. She went and go hit a 3 when she already had 9 points. So that chalked a slip. And then she got another bucket. So last 2 buckets within that last minute and a half. Terrible bad beat, guys. If you are in the Discord, you know how painful last night was. But that's not the only bad beat. This one was even worse with this Cody guy, the quarterback for the Montreal Alouettes. And yes, he hooked by a bit of passing yards, but that's not the problem. I believe he got injured or he got subbed off at some point. I just saw on the box score that the other QB came in. He threw a couple of completions, got like 60 yards. So easily this guy, if he would have played the full game, would have cashed this. And that is another bad beat. Absolutely terrible. And you can see I also used the Paqueta and Vinicius Jr. stack in here. Unfortunately, Cody did not come through. So the amount of green was absolutely crazy. Unfortunately, it was not in a row of 6 for 6, but let's see what I could do for tonight. But I'm here back tonight. I know it's a late video, so hopefully you guys are still going to be able to see it on time. These games are going to be starting in about 3 hours, and I'll also show you what you could do with the free square here with Alex Pereira if you guys have not used it yet. I know I'm very late. It's basically gone in 2 hours. Let's go over to soccer to start it off. And we're going to passes attempted. And we're doing a stack like I did in the previous videos. And again, with the unders. Now, Argentina versus Peru. Argentina is basically playing their B team. So if you guys saw in the Euros, when Portugal was up at that 6-point mark, they knew that they locked in that first seed, that first place spot. So Argentina's in the exact same position that Portugal was. They threw on their B team and they were doing a lot of substitutions. So you're not going to see some historical data for these guys because they didn't start right. Garnacho didn't start last game. He's expected to start tonight. And same thing with this guy Montiel here. He's also expected to start at the right back position. Now, I want to grab the double unders on these guys if we go over to the expected lineup and check out Argentina. They are playing within the same side. Now, there's not going to be as many passes between these guys because one's an attacker and one is the right back. But when they are playing down that right side of the pitch, all these guys are going to be getting passes together, which means if they're playing down the left side of the pitch, none of these guys are going to be getting passes. So basically, it is dependent on which side they're playing on. Di Maria is arguably the better player for Argentina. So if he is starting like this lineup does expect him to, then you could expect a bit more of the ball played on the left side of the pitch, which means you're going to see less passes between these guys. And they're also on the same side, which again, I love to do because that is going to be who they're going to be passing amongst. Now, Garnacho is also an attacker. I do expect him to get subbed off at some point in the game, whether it's like 65th, 70th minute. Remember, they're playing their B team here, and they're going to be throwing in as many substitutions as possible. You have 5 subs in a game. So the Argentina coach is going to want to just play as many people as possible. They're going to test some guys out to see if they want to throw anyone into the future round of 16 lineup. So you're going to expect a lot of subs here. Garnacho will get subbed off eventually. Not sure when. Montiel, I don't expect him to get subbed off. But again, when you're playing laterally at that right back position, you're less likely to get passes. And 42.5 is not a crazy high line, but I think it's fair for that right back position. So that is what I'm going for, the double under on these two guys. I'm not going to get more in depth than that in this video because I want to get this video out as soon as possible. But now we're going to go over to CFL. And as you guys know, I love taking the double unders. Normally these lines are set too high. And out of these two QBs, I like the Winnipeg QB on his under passing yards rather than the Calgary one. I'm going to go with Zach Collaros on his under 277.5 passing yards. And I'm stacking this up with this wide receiver here, Nick Dembski. I'm not going for Drew here. 76.5 receiving yards on his under. This is going to be the full slip. As I said, I'm not going to get too in depth. 9.5x for this one. Hopefully we can get 2 in a row tonight. Now for the Alex Pereira free square, keep it simple. We're going to go with Jake Meyer. So the Calgary QB on his over, and we're going to be stacking it up with 2 more overs. On this guy here, Reggie, that's his wide receiver 1, and his wide receiver 2 on his over 16.5 receiving yards. Of course, if Jake Meyer is clearing this line, it's more likely that his receivers are doing very well this game. Hopefully, the receiving yards are going to be split, and it's not like 120 for this guy right here. These are the 2 main receivers, so it makes sense that they all go over together. We're going to be stacking this up with the free square, and this pays a perfect 10x, so this is going to be the second slip and the free square slip. Good luck, everyone.